Men, and I use the term loosely, of course. Hey, I'm going to show you where I f***ed up. Perhaps where I f***ed up is a little harsh on myself. Uh, Maybe better stated as where I failed to plan exactly. The gas tank used to have some tabs welded here, two on the front. And of course, the tank was test fit. And well, the holes on the front one, on the front mounts, were not, opposite of each other. And the tank was crooked. So I had to jimmy that. Anyway, the tank was test fit uh, without rubber mounts on it. And I wanted there to be rubber mounts on it. What I failed to consider was the thickness of the rubber mount. And it would not fit in the tab. There was insufficient clearance. The tabs were too close together. So I ended up cutting them off and made new ones. The cutting of a piece of steel out of another piece of steel with the Makita is not, really video worthy, I don't think. But I'll show you one thing I do that I think is kind of clever and maybe is video worthy. I made two new tabs. There they are. They are very nearly identical. I mean, within a few thousandths of an inch of being identical. And I have calculated and measured how far apart they need to be in order to get this mount to fit, over the hole in the tab and have clearance with the frame. So these are pretty much exactly as far apart as they need to be. And I'm using a piece of threaded rod and a couple of nuts to hold these things in precise alignment. So I'm going to weld those on there. And part of the trouble with dealing with things like gas tanks and fenders is there are no truly straight and square reference surfaces on them. So everything is kind of a guess. So I'm going to eyeball this about where I think it needs to be. I'm going to put a couple of tack welds on there. And then I'm going to test fit it. So we'll see how it goes. And I'm using magnets. And I know this is a dumb thing to do, but I am assuming that the old tabs were welded on in a jig and were straight, at least as far as the 4.5 placement is concerned. And the old tabs were really just a U bent to fold in there. And I was thinking about doing that, cutting the old part of the U completely out of there, but I decided to leave it because most of the welding is going to be between the new tab and the old U channel rather than to the bottom of the gas tank. And I think that will minimize the likelihood of cracks forming in the attachments. So hopefully I got enough of the crud cleaned off of this thing so that I could get a good, decent weld, and I'll weld her up and show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, here's the rear tank mounts welded on. I had my arrangement of threaded rod and nuts holding it, put some tack welds in it, removed the braces, and then welded it all the way around. Getting between these two was a little bit tricky, but not horrible. So anyway, back is done. Okay, here's the next thing that I think is halfway clever, okay? I'm going to be using the same threaded rod and nut method to locate the width of the two front tabs correctly so that the rubber bushing and all that will fit in there. But I have to get the distance from here to here exactly right. And it's one thing if you could measure it, lay your distance on a flat piece of metal, mark it off, and drill it. But you've got to you've got to get a length for a point that is floating in space, so to speak. The front tab is going to look something like this. Well, it could go anywhere in there. So what I've done is I got a piece of steel strapping off a crate. I save this because it comes in awful handy a lot of times. I drilled a hole back here for the rear tank mount, and I made it just a little bit longer than it needs to be. So I got my strapping piece of metal secured at the rear tank mount. I got the front tank mount over here, so I'm just going to go through and scratch the mounting point in there. So the bowl hole has to be right there. I'll drill that out. All right, so I'm going to use my threaded rods on the front tabs to set the width. The threaded rod will go through this hole, and another threaded rod will go through the tabs in this hole over here. Well, this will set me the length. Like I say, I have this point floating in space that's going to be difficult to identify and clamp down, but this will let me do that. So here's my front and rear mount point gauging strap set up, so it fits, so the holes are going to be in the right place. All right, so here's my setup prior to welding. The back tabs are welded in all the way around. Those ain't going anywhere. I got my threaded rod in there, onto which is attached my steel strap that sets the length or the distance between the two mounting points. Calibrated eyeball used a lot. If any of y'all sneeze out there or hiccup or anything, the way I've got this set up in there, it's under a certain amount of tension, to keep it in place. And a little bit of a tink in the wrong spot, it's just going to go flying out of there. So I want to get a tack weld over here and a tack weld over here to kind of lock it in position. And then we'll tack it a couple other places, test fit it, and we'll see how we made out. I got my two front tabs welded on, and I decided to do a little down and dirty testing. And you could see the tank rocks a little bit. This hole is a little higher than this hole. And I'm going to get in here with a rat tail file and take about 1/16 of an inch of metal off of it. When I test fit it on the bike, the rear hole on the right side is about 1/8 of an inch, no, not 1/8 of an inch, about 1/16 of an inch too far aft. So I'm going to take a rat tail file and I'm going to move that hole a little bit towards the front by 1/16 of an inch or thereabouts. All in all, this is really not a bad result when you consider the amount of calibrated eyeball that was used in this. If I had it to do over again, I don't know, maybe I would try to use a setup like I have now with 1, 2, 3 blocks and some straight rods. I'm not unsatisfied with this. I mean, yeah, I wish it came out perfect the first time, but I fully expected it might need a little bit of adjustment. Now these holes all have to be brought out to 3/4 of an inch for the grommets that go in there for the rubber mounting. So I'm going to move the hole, and then I'm going to use a uni bit to take it out to the 3/4. And maybe I'll stop, right now they're 3/8, so maybe I'll stop at a half or 9/16 or thereabouts and recheck the level again and make any other adjustments that are deemed necessary. But for now, rat tail file, going to raise this hole up a little bit and move the hole on the aft right hand side forward a little bit. Oh, well, for a change, that went unexpectedly well. No wibble wobble in it at all right now. Started out with a rat tail file and decided a die grinder and a carbide would do much easier, and it did. So, okay, that's good. I'm going to remount the right rear one and move it a little more towards the front, and then we're going to take these out to 3/4 of an inch. All right, so here's the tank. The rubber mount, the tabs are all welded on. The tank is sitting as if it was actually bolted in place. Well, it is bolted in place. But yeah, very happy with that. I got it sitting nice and square and level on there. I did raise the front up about half an inch, 3/4 of an inch. I wanted the front of the tank just a little bit higher than the back. So I've achieved that with this, and I'm generally very happy with this result. Kind of a big step because I think that the welding and fabrication on these tabs for the tank is the last welding and fabrication that I have to do. Pretty much all that's left is wiring and hooking up the brake lines and such, and getting a paint job. But yeah, that's where I'm at. This is really, really, really getting close to getting done. I think it's going to be, well, I might have the sheet metal on the way to the painter in a week or two. So yeah, very happy with the way it's come along. Very happy with this so far. Men, if you like this channel and this content, the single most important thing you could do to help grow this channel is to hit the subscribe button. I also have new design coffee cups and stickers available. I like the old coffee cups, but I like these new ones even more. Links are included in the description down below. And for those of you who really want to go the extra mile, you could join me on Patreon. Link is also included in the description down below. And to all of you who have watched these videos, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye.